Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome to episode 9 of Phil's Picks. This is the long weekend edition. Today is Wednesday, May 23rd. It is the last, what do people call it, the last serious work day before the 4-day weekend, which if you plan it right ends up being a 6-day weekend. Or if you're going to Kubla Khan, like I am, in Burlingame, California this weekend, we'll see you down there. But let's get right to the action. Last month, whatever we did, episode 8, we did a drawing for a whole bunch of stuff, and the winner of said drawing, I don't have the list here, but the winner is Game Chest. Game Chest is located in downtown Sioux Falls, South Dakota, right? What a great, cool place for a store. I went on Google Earth and tried to find a picture of their store, and, well, that's as good as I can get. I sure hope you guys are open and doing great in there, because the store looks great. Here, let's hide the construction part, and we'll make these guys a top-level sponsor today. Game Chest in downtown Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Right. This month I got a whole bunch of other stuff I'm going to get away at the end. I'll just put this through here real quick. Whoa! That'll tease you for what's coming up later so we can get things started. Right. So first off, I'm going to show you a whole bunch of things today and make it a little shorter than last time. It got a little crazy. So first off, I want to show you a book. Now, we don't sell this book, but it's been very popular. It's called Grandmother Fish, a child's first book of evolutions by Jonathan Tweet. Very well-known name in the game industry. Did a lot of work for Wizards of the Coast, Dungeons & Dragons, what have you. It's a book about evolution, and it teaches kids all about the proper and scientific stages of evolution. It's an amazing book. Our 6-year-old digs it, memorizes it, teaches it to his friends at school. Love it to death. Well, Jonathan got together with Karen Lewis, who did the illustrations there. They've made a series of card games. They're called Clades. Clades is the evolutionary card game. This is from our friends at Atlas Games. A clade is an evolutionary group. You be the first to find an animal triple, environment, number, and color, and you score the cards. You learn about evolution, evolutionary relationships among animals with more facts in the rulebook and on the cards. Again, really easy way to teach kids about clades, and clades prehistoric. This gets a bit more dinosaur-y and whatnot, and this is more recent stuff. But if you want to teach your kids really cool stuff about evolution and history and science and biology and oh my goodness, all these neat things, these are currently available $16.99 a piece from Atlas Games. Yes, they come in tins. I do like a tin every now and then. All right, next up on the list, we're going to talk about Chronicle Books. Now, Chronicle Books has been around for a while. They were in our very first episode, I believe, and we like to sell things from them that are kind of off the beaten path. Like this. This is the Euro Winner Do-It-Yourself Trophy Kit. I kid you not. SRP of $12.95 on this thing. Discounts are good. What this is it's a build-it-yourself trophy. You got a tournament coming up. You got some thing going down there, at the store. You need to give somebody a prize. Here's the trophy. Just hand them this thing, build whatever they want. Or you can build it for them. Put a whole bunch of different toppers on there. My favorite is, of course, the cat holding the trophy. A bunch of weird name tags. You can do that. Again, these are available in the warehouse right now, and we stock them quite a bit. Chronicle does a lot of other cool books, card games. They do some Star Wars licensed stuff. Here's some brand new stuff from them. This has actually been out for a while. This is the Donner Dinner Party. It's a game of frontier cannibalism. Oh my goodness gracious. I played this a year ago at Kubla Khan in its late playtest stages and advised them to make their cards a little better, which they did. And it's available now. It's a $20 SRP game. Again, good discounts on these. $20 SRP for the Donner Dinner Party. All you can eat on the mountaintop. We got some other new things coming up. This is a very nifty tome. This is the Ultimate Book of Card Games. It's more than 350 card games in this book. How to play them, the rules, a little bit of history about them. Super cool stuff. Again, $20, $19.95 from Chronicle Books. They do have several other books that we're carrying in as well. Dot to Dot Tolkien. This is so neat. Yes, it is actual dot to dots. What is that, you might ask? Well, there's Gandalf. Yeah, I did that. It took me about, 20 minutes one night. There's a sea turtle. Not sure what that's all about, and some else. But yes, very, very cool. Also, $14.99. Chronicle Books has that. 2 brand new things, which I believe we're also going to be getting in here very soon. If they're not listed on the website now, they will be very shortly. The Hollow Woods and the Mystery Mansion storytelling games. These are not really specifically a game, but they're more art cards that give you suggestions about how to carry on a story. There's the haunted castle. You see the art lines up from one frame to the next. There's a giant's foot. There's a lonely path. It's a very interesting thing. You know, they give you a couple ideas in here on how to play it, how to start conversations, how to have fun. I like these a lot. Their art is amazing. Again, $20, $19.99 SRP. Mystery Mansion in Hollow Woods. Look for these. They are coming soon. But the star of this show, this Space Racers, is so big it doesn't even fit in the camera. You can make your own paper rockets. Now, I remember I showed you some books an episode or two back about building cars and aircraft and buildings. Those are cool, and I don't think we'll be bringing these in, mainly, well, quite frankly, because you can get them on Amazon for a heck of a lot cheaper. But this is something to see. $29.99 is the SRP on this, and in this box are paper models. Everything from the Vostok K that launched Yuri Gagarin into space to the Saturn V and beyond. The Atlas V, the Ariane 5, the Long March 2F. This is the heavy lifter that the Chinese are using now. The Soyuz FG, which is their current taxi to the International Space Station. The only thing that's not in here is a Falcon, and that's kind of disappointing. But you've got all kinds of stuff. Check this out here. I'm going to show you what we built out of this thing. So you get a couple of trainer rockets that are just, white cardboard. They glue together with tabs and very handy. You can decorate that one yourself if you like. The other one was this one. Kind of cool. Now, they get interesting with this. Here's the Atlas V. I think I'm going to try something on my camera that I've never done before. I'm going to try and zoom it out so you can see the monstrosity of these things. They're enormous when they're assembled. That's every bit of 2.5 feet long. And that's just that's just the beginning. Here's the Vostok. These are the current Russian ones. Missing the escape tower on the front. But this went together in about, 90 minutes. Just sitting watching the news one night after work. Here's the big boy and the star of the show. It is a Saturn V that sits every inch of 30, 32 inches tall, maybe more. And again, 90 minutes of build on this thing. It's all punched out. You don't have to cut anything. It's all perforated in the book. Even the STS. There's a space shuttle system. And yes, the orbiter comes off. Oh, I'm just nerding out over this. It's a little delicate. It's not like a hard plastic model. But once they're together and with the proper amount of white glue, and once you get the hang of it, man, they turn out really sturdy. And you can pop them together. The kindergartners can play with these. I haven't crushed them too bad. The book is amazing, and I still haven't built all the rockets in it. There's several more in here I got to get to yet. Space Racers from Chronicle Books. That's going to be $29.99 SRP. Let me zoom back in here so we can all see each other. I like this, and if you want something neat and cool in your store that nobody else has, well, there's a good place to start. How about terrain? Who doesn't need buildings on their table? Oh my goodness, look at those things, those monsters. This is from a company called Bandua War Games. You've seen them on our website before, and we're going to push them a little bit now. This is Bandua War Games. They do laser cut MDF terrain with a catch. Theirs is printed. Theirs has lovely art printed on one side. So it's not like super 3D. There's not a lot of surface detail as far as MDF or wood bits or whatever, but it's all printed on here. And they have an amazing line. Check this out. This is from some of the Asian, Japanese, what have you, houses. It's all very sturdy, very good quality stuff. Went together in about 5.5, 6 minutes. Super quick build on this guy for any of your Shoguns, Test of Honors, Bushidos, what have you. And they got a whole range of these. Most of them now are coming in this blister hang bag. You can see I got one here. Here's another one. This is a bigger one. This is like a 3-story Asian palace. But again, it's all in bags like that. They do also have a line of stuff comparable with your 40K or other type of armies. This is a leaning, ruined tower of some type. If you can see, it comes with the stained glass panels. There's 3 on each side. Some battle damage here. It all came like this. You just glue it together. The instructions show you exactly how. Man, this thing's beefy. And it's double walled. It's got 2 layers. And all the surface textures printed. All your damage is cut. This took a little longer. It took about 1.5 hours, 2 hours to put together. But a little wood glue, and off we go. Big, sturdy terrain for the table. Pricing on these things vary. They can be affordable. They can be expensive. This guy right here, I think SRP's for $56. Oh, geez, I'll have to look it up. But man, is it worth it. Fantastic quality, really good stuff with the color printing all around. And decorate your tables. for weeks on end. That is, again, Bandua War Games. Look down at the bottom, down below the video here. I'll put links in the notes down below because I can't put URLs up on the screen anymore. So, what's up next? Let's talk about the holiday weekend. Coming up here is Memorial Day. A lot of people are going out camping, going to the beach, or going for a road trip, or what have you. You're really looking for small, portable, compact games, something that'll fit in the palm of your hand or in a backpack or something tiny. Boy, have we got you covered right here. Let me show you. All kinds of cool stuff. Green Couch Games, Outlawed, ooh, wanted dead or alive, you a deputy, you a bad guy. Bluff and Let Him Post. Go up. Oh my, he's going to post all the wanted posters. This one's kind of cool. Get that in stock. Next up, a classic from our friends at White Wizard Games. This is Star Realms. The entire game right here in this lovely deck. You can't beat it at ages 12 and up. Takes 20 minutes to play. Put that in your pocket and off you go. Here we have, now here is a company, Perplexed. If you don't have these little games, you are missing out. They sell them in 2 different waves, and I think there's 8 or 10 individual games in each one. They come in a countertop display that looks like a candy box. You know, it's got the fold-up pop-top back or whatever, and the games themselves are little bitty things. They're like a pack of gum. They retail for $5 each. You get them at a full discount. You can buy this pack. This is section Series 1 or Series 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 8 in a box. And every game is different. Most of them are really good. A really good, fun game. And they all come with tiny cards. So some are bluffing games, some are bidding games, some are let the thing drop from up on high games. Very nice. And again, the size of a pack of gum. How can you go wrong with that? Here's an 8-pack. Again, they sell for $5 each SRP. We've got all those on the website ready to go. Now, of course, I can't get it back in there. I don't want to lose all my different games. Excellent stuff. Love Perplexed. From our friends at Haba, 2 brand new little titles. Rhino Hero Active Kids. Now, we all know and love Rhino Hero. It's a super big seller. This one, though, is for the kids who just need to run around some more. You put together a superhero, like this, and then you have to run around the room balancing marbles on these 6 holes. It's really a lot harder than it looks, and neither one of us have won a game yet. But it is so much fun for kids who are active and need to be running around while playing the board games. From Haba. Also from Haba, brand new title. I had another one unopened, that's why this one's so shrink, but it's called Konex. Konex is a very, very intriguing card game. On your turn, you're trying to match up a color to a corner or what have you. See how like this red goes on the corner of this green card? Or green over red, or what have this yellow over... You just zing, 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 zing. You're building it out. The bonuses are on the cards. Awesome little game. Very, very cool. I believe the SRP on this is $12.95. Either way, cheap and small, perfect for your holiday excursion. Here are 2 from our friends at Dice Hate Me Games. This is Belle of the Ball and the Great Heartland Hauling Company. Fancy schmancy card game for 2 to 5 players. Here it's time to party. Who's coming to your party? This one I really dig. This is a worker placement game for cargo in the Midwest. Time to hit the open road. You're moving cattle and pigs and grain, all kinds of stuff around. A 9x3x3 board. Very, very fun game. These are both, again, from Dice Hate Me Games, Belle of the Ball, Heartland Trucking Company. Good stuff. What else is in the basket of fun? Well, we have from TMG, that would be Tasty Minstrel Games, TTT on the website. A classic that I absolutely dig, so hardcore years later, even Harbor. Harbor is a phenomenal little card game of, harbor dealing. You're moving cargo around, a lot of depth, a lot of sold goods. Again, super easy, super fun to put in your bag. $20 SRP on that one. Here is a new one from Greater Than Games, and I know they make a lot of other titles you probably are familiar with. This is called Isle of Trains, tiny little box, just 2 little decks of cards, 30 to 60 minutes to play, balance your train, build it out, delivery contracts win, super cool tiny game. Other tiny games we've got from Osprey Games here. We have Samurai Gardener. Yes, you are a samurai, a gardener. You have to make the most beautiful garden for the Emperor to come and see and win his favor. It's really bloody and cutthroat. I kind of like it. Who knew gardeners could be so vicious? We also have, from our friends at Grand Gamers Guild, Pocket Ops, the tiniest of the games in board game format so far. What you do in Pocket Ops, essentially, is tic-tac-toe, but with assassins. It comes with a tiny little game board, tiny little pawns, and yes, you're trying to get 3 in a row, but you're also fighting the other guy who has his own assassins and things. I love this. It's super small and super fun. Goes in anybody's bag. Very inexpensive. Last up from the bin of wonders, this is Biotics from Smirk and Dagger Games, who also have another title called Nut So Fast. It's got wooden nuts in it. Biotics, though, is smaller in box size. Play dirty, get a reaction. You're trying all the biological things with a very cool meeples to bop around on the board. $20 SRP on this. Super small box. There you go. Tiny games for your long weekend. What else do we have on tap today? I want to talk today about my good friends from Ohio, Academy Games. Academy Games makes some of, if not the best board games, war games out there today. They certainly are at the very, very top of the heap. Love these guys. Conflict of Heroes Guadalcanal is one such example. Uwe Eichert is the guy who designed it, and it is, yes, it's got chits, and yes, it's a hex map, but it's incredibly easy. It won the Origins Historical Board Game of the Year. It's won the Charles Roberts Award for Best World War II board game. It's fun, easy, excuse me, very quick to play, consistent using the same rule system. If you're a beginner or you have folks that are interested in starting to get into the grognardy side of life, I encourage that. I love me some war games and chit moving. Here's a great place to start, is any of the Conflict of Heroes games from Academy Games. Yeah, there's a lot of chits in there. I'm not pulling it out because it would make a mess. Here's one of their also newer titles. This one's called Mare Nostrum Empires. This is in Rome and the Roman Empire. Build it out, determine the destiny, fame, prestige, conquest, or leadership. Yes, very big box. Here's your traditional crunchy long game. Looks like it's a 90-minute, 3 to 5 players, 14 and up. If Rome is your thing, you can't go wrong. But the gem of this from Academy, one of my current favorites, 878 Vikings, The Invasion of England. This also has won a ton of awards, and it's worth every single one of them. Here's a look. You have a map of England. You are Vikings. You are raiding from this away. And that's it, really. It's very simple, turn-based with cards and dice. The dice attack, the English defend, the Anglo-Saxons, what have you. I love cutting England in half and then just, mopping up the remains later. This game is a blast, and I played this game at the GAMA trade show in Reno with a table full of people who'd never played a historicals game before in their life, were really intimidated. Inside the first 10 minutes, everyone's laughing, and the Viking swears, and it was a really awesome game. It's worth every one of its accolades. 878 Vikings from Academy Games. Get it in your store. If you have no other war game, get this one. It's a very good place to start. Let's see. Next up, I'm going to talk about our friends at Warlord Games. Warlord Games has got a ton of stuff out right now. We're going to hit just a few highlights of it as best we can. First off is Blood Red Skies. This is the Battle Britain game that just dropped a couple of weeks ago. It's a super simple rules set. It does come with miniatures. Now, the miniatures are not painted, but they're colored. So there's your ME-109s, there's your Spitfires, got some clouds in there and what have you. Very cool rule system. It does come with stickers, so you can decorate your planes a little bit. And they don't paint all that bad. They're easy to climb up and go. But the rule set is incredibly simple. Very, very easy to figure out your activation order and your movement. It's all built right into the box. I like this. If you're looking for something that's fast and easy, that's a Battle of Britain game with minis already built into it, here you go. I believe the SRP on this is 49, I believe. I'll have to look it up. Still, one of their newest and best releases. The quality is fantastic, and so far reports are coming back very good. So we like those guys. Now they do make, of course, recently, Test of Honor, the samurai game. This is the Sohei, Warrior Monks of Mount Hiei. These are very hard to find. They're in super popular demand right now. Lots and lots of call for Test of Honor. We are getting them in on a regular basis, so just keep putting them in your war box if you don't see them in stock. What else do we have? Now Hail Caesar is probably the largest line, I think, that Warlord offers. Oh my gosh, I got all kinds of Hail Caesar stuff over here. Hang on. We got this guy, we got this guy. Well, they really want me to push Hail Caesar. Well, alright then, I think I can do that. one other one is this big box here. So, Hail Caesar is, again, Roman invasion of Britain time frame. Here's a starter box from a while back. This is Ancient Britons. Everything you need. It's got all the miniatures in the box, the rules, the flags, the decals, the dice. It's not bad. It's pretty good value in the box for everything that you get. Here are all the add-on armies. You got your Saxons, your Viking Bondi, your Viking Herdmen, Saxon Thanes up here. Let's look at the Bondi so you can see the kind of quality that we're talking about. These are plastic miniatures, but they all come lovely stacked and in excellent condition. Detail is fantastic. You can make arms and legs go any which way you like. Build up your armies. I just love how they stack. It's so well engineered. Guys, you've done this really well. I like it so much. So yeah, if Hail Caesar's your thing, there are your minis. Also available are Pike and Shot. Now, Pike and Shot is a later time frame. Right, because Vikings came before Gunpowder. Man, it's been a long week. Samurai Starter Army and Pike and Shot. This is a big box here, but it does have all the bits for a Samurai Starter Army. Whoops, here we go. How about we look on the end here? 4 different individual boxes, plus some command guides, rules, everything you need to get Samurai started here. Along the same time frame, here's your Samurai. Here's a box of those. We've got also, these are the Germans, Landsknechts with Zweihandlers. I don't even know. 2-handers. Oh, that's what that is. And the missile troops. Same kind of thing, same kind of quality, all the units you need right here in the box. Super, super affordable. Don't forget the German stuff. We do have Bolt Action, which is the super popular line of minis in World War II from the fine folks at Warlord. This is some winter German infantry, all doled out for the Russian cold blast of February. Yeah, well, good luck with that. Now, some of the things that Warlord sells are in what's considered basically a brown box. This is reinforcements. This is Napoleonic British Horse Artillery Litter. In this case, some of them are just blisters in a box, and you see you get some metal blisters. There's the horses of the cavalry. Troops are on the other side. Any unit cards or decals would be in the box. So sometimes they come like this, but for just reinforcements of basic units or older units, it's not bad. I kind of like that. Don't forget Beyond the Gates of Antares. This is a heavy combat drone, resin cast. Oh, I have one out. Where did it go? Oh, we'll just get this guy out. It's worth it because the castings are wonderful quality. Here are 2 of the wings you can see that go on the side of the body. Really nice stuff. Easy to build. Fantastic stuff. Love it together. Anything else back here from Warlord? Oh yeah, I got a couple other things. Let's see what else I can show you. How about... have that removed. Here we have Black Powder, another line from Warlord. This is 28mm horse and musket period miniatures. That's a cannon. Boom, boom, ready to go. Here's some Arthurian Romano-British mounted knights from Hail Caesar, also in blisters. Also super excellent deals. Who fell on the floor? Oh, no, that doesn't go with that. They also have, and I'm not sure why they sent me this, but it's really cool. They have a line of miniatures for Doctor Who. We aren't allowed to have them in the U.S., so I'm not really sure why they sent me a copy of this. But I am the master, and this has a bunch of bad guys in it. 5 metal miniatures for the Time Vortex game from Doctor Who, and all the plans to play it. Since I can't sell this, and we don't have the permission to sell it yet, I'm going to give it away. This is going to be part of my prize pack for this coming week. So I'm going to put this in the pile. And you know what? I'm going to put this entire stack in the pile. Right here. All of this stuff, all of this Warlord stuff is going to be 1/2 of my prize pack. If you've listened this far and you're interested, listen all the way to the end, and I'll tell you what you got to do to win. I'll throw this in too. You might be the only people in the U.S. to have a copy of this. Who knows? So, we'll put those over there just to remind you that we have all kinds of swag for you at the end of this episode. Next up, let's see, we got all the Warlord stuff. We did all of that stuff. Oh, I forgot some more training games. Here is from Ultra Pro Entertainment. They're bringing in some excellent card and board game titles. This is Battle Kittens. I Fight You, Battle Kittens. Really cool little game. Super tiny, easy to fit in a pocket. I believe it's $14.95, something like that. Cost super easy. Best treehouse ever from Green Couch as well. These guys just keep knocking it out of the park. Build a treehouse with a hot tub and a library and a game room and a splash pad. Yay! I want to live there. And then also from Tasty Minstrel, the ever-popular Flip City. Deceptively simple micro deck builder. Yes, it is a micro deck builder. You flip the cards, residential to apartment. Sort of a Sim City, not really. It's very intriguing, very addictive, super easy to pop in a pocket. $19.95 for this thing. More for the small titles. All right. So that's what we have for current in-stock products that we're all offering. And I like to wrap it up by showing you some things that I'm thinking about bringing in. And I want your feedback on it. So make sure you go down to the bottom down here and click on the links and send me an email or drop me an email to phil@golddisc.com, which is right back up in here. phil@golddisc.com if you see something you like. First off is a company that I've been talking to for a while. I know some other distributors have them, and by golly, now it's our turn, I think, to bring them in. It is Lasercraft Workshop. Yeah, they are MDF terrain, but some excellent quality here. Here's another hang bag. This is all U.S. made. This is a Supply Depot, good for some generic sci-fi action. Most of them are going to be packaged like that. Some of the larger units are in a box like this. This is the Wild West livery. Very, very nicely done here with the troughs and whatnot. Like these guys a lot. And let's see, here's one of their houses. It's a tiny little house they made. That's very cool. And here is the saloon, the Wild West Saloon. This took me 2 hours to build. Had a lot of fiddly bits, but that's okay, you know, the railings and everything. The neat thing I like here, check this out. Got your roof that comes off, 2 beds built right into the sleeping quarters. There's the downstairs, which also comes off, exposing the player piano and the fully stocked bar. That is so cool, man. I want to play me a Cowboy and Indians miniatures game just for this. Just to use this one. Hey, I got more on that coming up in just a bit. Get that back on there. Here's one of their new lines in one of the bigger boxes that they're bringing in. This is the Citadel Station Cantina. Looks like, you know, the best canteen in the refuge with its domes and its deserty looking thing. I don't know any Legion type games that this would go with, or any other desert planet based type games. Whole line of this stuff, very well packaged, good retail presence. It's got, you know, labels here and there, and barcodes and all ready to go. So if you like these guys, take a look at their stuff, Lasercraft Workshop, and if you think they're awesome, let me know, and I'll bring them right in and I'll offer the line. Good stuff. Oh, they had one other one. I just want to show you the box. That's the thin box that the saloon came in. So, you know, again, good shelf presence, not much bigger than a board game box, what have you. And finally, I want to talk to you about a Wild West game, of all things. A company called Knuckle Duster Miniatures does a game called Desperado, Skirmish Gaming in the Old West. Hey, look, a Wild West game to use that saloon with. What are the odds? These guys have done some phenomenal work, and I must apologize to them publicly because they've been chasing me for quite some time, saying, hey, come show us your stuff. We'd like to sell your stuff. Yeah, I'm getting there. So now I need you guys to tell me whether you like it or not. Here's a couple of examples. This is the mounted Cowboy faction. This is the mounted Vaquero faction. They're all, again, good sculpts, decent quality. They're all pewter. There are many, many individual blisters as well for your heroes and your named characters. They also do a line of MDF terrain, again, specific for Wild West. This one is the hardware store. Now, these are pretty cool because they all have removable roofs and fully detailed interiors. When I say fully detailed, the door frames are metal, the window frames are metal. All those doors and windows are 2 pieces of metal, glued on the outside, glued on the inside with the frame. It's amazing, the detail on these. They're very, very well done. Uh-oh. Well, those are just extra bits. So yeah, this is Knuckle Duster Studios. Looking at bringing them in. If you think there's something that you would like to have in your store, please just drop me a line and let me know. I think they're awesome. And I am going to throw in all of this stuff as well with all of the Warlord stuff. So when we go to the contest portion of today's video, oh no, did my sign rip? Technical difficulties. Well, Episode 9's prize pack is going to be a Warlord game stack of stuff. That's all this stuff back in here. A Knuckle Duster, misspelled, pay no attention to that. Stack of stuff, that's this stuff here. And I know there's more, I'll throw that in. And then other stuff. I'm starting to clean out my office. It's getting a little packed down. So I am going to make a giant prize pack box to the game store that sends me an email and says, hey, I watched this video all the way to the end, and I know that the magic word is kumquat. So if you respond to an email and say, hey, kumquat, or I know the magic word is kumquat, you'll be registered for this. Otherwise, no prize pack for you. None for you. So, all of that can be yours, just like last month's prize pack, all going to Game Chest in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Thanks, guys, for listening. Thanks, guys, for playing. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you for sticking with me through all these episodes. I got to pack all this stuff up, find a big winner for next month, then drive for 22 hours to San Francisco. If you're in the San Francisco area on Memorial Day weekend, we will be there at KublaCon. Come by and say hello, shake hands. We'd love to meet you. Till then, this is Phil from Golden Distribution, signing off for episode 9, the long weekend edition of Phil's Picks. If you have any questions or comments, email them here, phil@golddist.com. That's it for now. Have a great long weekend. We'll see you soon.